conversations with doctors do not feel natural at all because they're so one-sided. Because they're only asking about you and you don't know anything about them. It feels like, I don't know, like I did something wrong and I'm being interrogated by them. Or like I'm trying to hide something about me from them, something like that. Also, they're wrong about a lot of stuff. Like, yeah, there's one time I had to go through 3 doctors just to find one who would correctly diagnose me with something that I already knew that I had. One of them was gonna have me get a surgery that wouldn't have actually fixed anything. And if I hadn't known any better, I would have wasted like $3,000 because insurance doesn't even cover that. Technically not a doctor, but when I needed to get a crown earlier this year, I wanted to, get the silver or gold, the medal just because it looks badass. And they had posters with that up, but after I get there, they're like, why would you want that? That's not even an option. We only have crowns that look like actual teeth. So I was kind of stuck with that. That's kind of minor, but it still pisses me off. Yeah, I was doing poorly in school, so my doctor thought that I might have anxiety, which made me mad. But she referred me to this, cognitive analysis place where they run tests on me and have me do stuff. And they decided that I did not actually have anxiety, which I already knew. But they claimed that I have ADHD, not, well, technically it would still be called ADHD, but they call it inattentive type now and hyperactive type, because obviously I don't have the hyperactive version. But after that, she prescribes me amphetamines, which is, they gave me Vyvanse, which didn't even help me with school. All the Vyvanse made me do was play Roblox, not eat the whole day, and then after that I would fill up a big cup with soda because I was so hungry but I didn't feel like eating anything, and then I just watch a Marvel movie, so it kind of just turned me soy. But I only did that for like a month, and I wonder what that would have done to me if I had kept doing that. And the stupid thing is, I didn't even need that in the first place. I hated high school because once I got into college, I started getting straight A's because I could actually take classes that I wanted, and I was paying for it with my own money. But it just makes me angry to know that they're putting people on all these pills for no reason. With possible side effects that could be permanent to brain chemistry or even physical health and stuff like that. There was also one time when I was having surgery and the anesthesia wore off almost completely mid-surgery, so that sucks. You can imagine that I'd be wary to have more surgeries after experiencing that. And another thing I want to talk about is like, does anyone really answer honestly on mental health diagnostic tests? Like, do you think I'm stupid? Why would you ever answer yes to questions that could get you like institutionalized? Like, no, I've never felt sad in the last year. Or I've never thought about hurting myself or others in my life. Stuff like that. It's like, there's literally no benefit to getting yourself diagnosed with that kind of stuff, in my opinion. It just limits you from doing stuff in the future, and it's on your record permanently. Which is just stupid. I feel like doctors don't know what they're doing when it comes to mental stuff. I can accept that they do with physical stuff, but even then, I've had so many times where it's like they don't know what they're talking about, and I actually know more. But yeah, that's why I don't trust doctors, because they misdiagnose. It just feels weird talking to them. They don't know what they're doing sometimes. Oh yeah, that reminds me. One time I went on a diet to lose weight, and I was talking about that with my doctor, and she was like, "Oh, that diet's actually not dangerous and doesn't work." And I'm like, "Well, it already did work. I'm talking to you after I already lost 25 pounds." And she was like, "Oh." But yeah, I don't know. It's, the medical field is so broad that how can you possibly expect one person to know all of the human body and stuff like that? And I feel like, yeah, mental stuff is just so much more complicated, and they don't know what medications are going to do. So I feel like it's really irresponsible to just prescribe people medication for mental health problems when you can do something else about it that's so much less risky, even though it doesn't make money and it's not as easy. But I bet a lot of people become doctors just because it makes a lot of money, which is stupid, and I hate that. But yeah, that's why I do not trust doctors. And I didn't even mention how expensive it is. It's like, last year I had $10,000 in medical bills, even with insurance. So if I didn't have insurance, I probably would have been like bankrupted. I guess that's not the doctors, it's the institution, but they're part of it. I don't know, I just rather not go to the doctor unless it's an absolute emergency, pretty much.